BTEC Applied Science for AAQ, and this is another one, Unit 1 biology video, and this is about disturbance of homeostasis. Now, homeostasis is when we're keeping stuff the same, like blood pressure and temperature, etc., and the processes in the body which keep stuff the same, so there's a balance going on. Now, homeostasis imbalance is the body's inability to maintain a stable internal environment. So when the body can't keep your blood sugar level the same, so it's out of balance, yeah, there's things going wrong. So it's the body's inability to maintain a stable internal environment. And that can be caused by several things, which I'm going to talk about in this video. Maybe disease, maybe getting old, maybe toxins like poisons in your environment, nutritional deficiencies, so you haven't got a very healthy diet. And what happens is that the feedback loops become weaker. So maybe the signals aren't strong enough telling your organs to do this, that, or the other. And the systems fail. Maybe organs fail as well, and that will mess up the system. So systems begin to fail as these feedback loops become weaker. And because of that, there could be a lot of health issues involved, from like moderate disorders to severe conditions like diabetes. I'm going to talk about heart failure and even death. So aging. As we get older, our control mechanisms become less efficient. Okay, because basically our organs are getting older, and they're only designed to last for a certain amount of time. As we get older, our organs start to fail, and many of these regulatory systems rely on several organs working together efficiently. And if one of these organs begins to fail, then so does the system. So I've picked one example, which is the kidneys. If your kidneys begin to fail, then your body's ability to filter toxins from the blood, well, you know, this is one of the things our kidneys does, is it filters poisons from our blood. Okay. Blood pressure, the kidneys are involved in the system which controls our blood pressure. So maybe you'll start to get high or low blood pressure as you get older. The ion balance, that needs to be the same, that needs to be balanced, and our kidneys are very much involved in that as well. And the kidneys do other jobs as well. It's a very important organ, the kidney. The kidneys also produce a hormone, which is important for blood cell production, and they produce a substance which activates vitamin D. So that's important for healthy bones. So the kidneys are a very, very important organ. They do lots of different jobs. The liver as well does a huge amount of jobs. Diabetes. Now, why might this system fail? Well, blood sugar levels might be too high because maybe the body can't produce enough insulin, or maybe the body can't use it effectively. Okay, you may have heard of type 1 diabetes, and that's basically the body doesn't produce insulin. Apparently, this is something that you might be born with. Okay, it's usually inherited, type 1 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is when the insulin that it is produced, maybe it's not producing enough insulin, or the insulin isn't doing its job properly. Yeah, you've become resistant to it. And that's usually caused by bad diet, yeah, or lack of exercise. High blood pressure, high blood glucose levels can lead to serious health problems, heart attacks and strokes, damage to various organs, the eyes, the kidneys and the feet. So basically, if this regulatory system stops doing its job properly, that can have serious effects as well. Type 2 diabetes. It's linked with age, lack of physical activity, obesity, and diet. Look at this gentleman on his couch here. Look at the rubbish that he's eating. Okay, one possibility is that if your diet contains lots of processed sugar, yeah, um, in some countries in the world, I've been rattled on about this in the past before, high fructose corn syrup. They put massive amounts of sugar in all of this processed food. And sugar is incredibly addictive. So people buy it and they want more and more and more sugar. The amount of sugar in a big bottle of fizzy, I'm not going to name any brand names because I might get in trouble, but like these fizzy, sweet fizzy drinks contain a ridiculous amount of sugar. And what happens is that your cells become insulin resistant because your pancreas has been chucking out loads and loads of insulin, and your cells basically start to ignore it. They become resistant to insulin. And so what happens is that your blood sugar level becomes high, yes, and you get type 2 diabetes. Alcohol abuse can cause high blood pressure, irregular or increased heart rate, liver disease, increased risk of lots of different types of cancer. And that's ignoring all of the mental problems as well and the social problems as well, to do with becoming addicted to alcohol. But alcohol abuse can cause lots of damage to lots of different systems. Again, I mentioned the liver. The amount of stuff that the liver does is very impressive. Our liver carries out numerous very important functions, breaking down complex foods, storing nutrients, regulating blood sugar, we've talked about, producing bile for emulsifying fats so that we can digest fats, detoxifying harmful substances like alcohol. One of the reasons you become overweight if you drink a lot of beer is because alcohol is actually poisonous, and your liver sees it as a priority to kind of detoxify this alcohol, to break down the alcohol. And because it's doing that, it's not doing very much else. So your body stores all of this excess sugar as fat, and so you become fat. Supporting the immune system as well. It's a very important organ, the liver. It's involved in lots of different systems. One disease, cirrhosis of the liver, caused by alcohol abuse. And look at the liver on the right. It's very, very scarred. Okay, it's a damaged liver, long-term damage to the liver, and that will affect the liver's ability to function properly. Heart failure. Now, this isn't a heart attack, okay? This is basically the heart can't pump blood effectively because it's become weak. So you've got a weak heart, or the muscles have become stiff, okay? It might be the result of a heart attack, which will weaken the heart muscles and damage the arteries, but it can also be caused by disease, or it can be caused by high blood pressure. Symptoms are breathlessness and fatigue because your muscles aren't getting enough food and oxygen. Also swelling in the feet and ankles. Okay. What causes this kind of failure? Well, again, lifestyle choices, lack of exercise, poor diet, alcohol abuse, and also getting old. Yes, and they are significant factors which can lead to heart failure. And we know all the different systems that the heart is involved with. So just to finish off, I mean, I don't really need this slide, but I thought it was interesting. If you've ever owned a car, then you know that if something stops working properly, like the carburetor or whatever, or the battery, then several different systems in the car will be affected. Okay, the ignition system, the electrics, yes, and as the car gets older, then things stop working properly. Yes, and maybe you're lucky enough to replace them. It's a lot easier with a car than it is with a person. If you put the wrong type of fuel in, then you're asking for trouble as well. So the car's diet isn't very good. If the car isn't getting enough oxygen for its internal combustion. To keep the car running smoothly, it needs care and attention and regular maintenance. And that's basically like our bodies.